Lord have mercy. All right, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of the Wiley Show. I came late because I wanted to make sure we can have a speaker, and I can definitely bring it to you exclusively on the Wiley Show that Kevin McCarthy will be the Speaker of the House of Representatives. It was getting kind of tight, it was getting kind of rough in the House, but he's on the track of getting this speakership. And it was getting kind of rough. They was going to adjourn into Monday. They changed their mind. President Donald J. Trump called some of the politicians that were saying no, to call them and told them to cut it out. So as we can report right now, in about the 15th round that we can report exclusively on the Wiley Show, that Kevin McCarthy will be the new Speaker of the House of Representatives. This was the longest in a century of picking the House of Representatives leader. So again, they're saying that Kevin McCarthy is on track of winning the speakership. It was difficult. It was rough. They was going to adjourn into Monday, but they changed their mind and said, "Hey, let's change our mind, and let's go ahead on and vote him in." He have already moved into the speaker's office, and now we are on Friday. Now finally they finally have picked him to be the new speaker. They're still currently voting, but from my estimation, since five Republicans have voted present, the threshold do not have to be at 218. So since all five have voted present, so this is great news for Kevin McCarthy. He's been trying for years to become the Speaker of the House. Mhm, mhm. They tried the Speaker of the House, and he will be the new Speaker on January 7th. And because it's a new day, it's actually Saturday in DC. So this is definitely how it is about it. So again, that's just how it is. So I need you all to share this live, like this live, share, share, share. I have to give congratulations to Armand Wiggins for and also congratulations to Jason Lee. But I want to speak on Armand Wiggins, that he released a new record called "Been a Minute." Released an upbeat tempo record. I had the pleasure of listening to the record today. I had the record to listen to it, didn't really have time to listen to it. So the record comes on, and I'm listening to the record, and sadly, I was not impressed. I was not impressed by the record. I heard the record. I'm listening to the record. I just wasn't impressed by the record. Now, some of his songs were a hit to me. I'm Not the One was one of my favorite records from Armand Wiggins. Just showed him to be somewhat a vocalist. But when I listened to Been a Minute, it sounds to me it was too much production. It seemed like the beat was drowning him out. He sounded constipated. You know, you have to get on the toilet, and you get on the toilet and you really got to release that turd. but it's straining you because you just congested and you got to try to pull it out, so you push it like man a minute, like it was like he was like straining, like he had to release a turd. That's what that record sound like. It sounded like you're on the toilet and you just trying to get that turd out of you in a minute, like it was sounding like that, like he was straining himself on the record. And I was like, and it was like, wow. So when I heard the record, I just was not feeling the record. Got very, very low views on Armand Wiggins' channel. Let me see what the views are at when it was released on his channel. Give me a second. I will bring it to you guys. I know people are going to say that I am a hater, but I'm just giving my thoughts on that. Been a minute. I think he released it on his channel. Let me see if I can find the release of it. Give me a second. Give me a second. Let me see. I think it's at under 10,000 views. Okay. It's under, hold on. I'm going to give y'all this if I can find it, you guys, of the views. And this is just my humble opinion. It got under 10,000 views the last time I checked. So I'm gonna just make sure that is the case. It's been under 10,000 views, and a couple of people reviewed the record. Somebody reviewed the record, got 14 views. Been a Minute got over 1.1 thousand views. Been a Minute got 1.1 thousand, 1.1 thousand. That is extremely, extremely low. When that record came out, extremely low, 1.1 thousand. It is catered towards women. And one of the criticism that I talked to someone is at 1.1 thousand. I'm talking about the record. 1.1K. And people were saying, why is he making music catered towards women when he don't like women? Why is it catered towards that? I don't know. Maybe a lot of women say, oh, he's not really talking to me, he like a man. So that's just how that goes. And so when I heard the record, it just wasn't fitting. Now I will be listening to the record again in the after show. I did prefer I'm Not the One. That was one of my favorite records. I called him personally and told him that I liked that record. But this particular record, I wasn't feeling it. They could have kept that on the shelf. Deposit Your Check, it grew on me. And when I first heard Deposit Your Check, it was all right, but it grew on me. And so I heard this record, Been a Minute. I'm going to listen to it again because I heard it, and I'm going to listen to it again. You know what I'm saying? It literally have to grow on me in the record. It literally have to grow on me on this record. So again, I'm going to listen to it again. Most of y'all didn't even buy the record, so y'all can call me a hater all day. I bought the man record. It's in my phone. Not only did I buy the record, I played the record, introduced the record on the Wiley Show, and mine's got the highest views. So reviewing the record. So y'all can call me a hater. I played the man record. I even purchased the man record and did all of that. And mine's got the highest views. So when it came to reviewing the record, even me reviewing it now, it's going to be even more views of me hearing my review than the actual record did on YouTube. So people can just say whatever. I bought the record. I have a right to criticize the record. All right. It is what it is. I wasn't favorite. Most of y'all didn't even buy the record. If I say right now that you go to iTunes and buy the record, most of y'all would say no. Okay. Most of y'all would say no, you did not buy the record. Mm-hmm. If I ask you right now, did you purchase the record? All right. Did you purchase the record? Most of y'all would say, no, I did not purchase the record. If I say right now, let's do a poll. Press 1 if you went to iTunes and purchased Armand Wiggins' Been a Minute. Give me a second. Press 1 if you went to iTunes and you purchased the record Been a Minute. Press, not that you listen to it on Spotify or Apple Music, that you purchased the record, press 1. Press 2, you did not purchase the record. 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 Shout out to my good friend Kadario. Shout out to Kadario Brown from Facebook. He pressed 2. He did not purchase the record. All right. Give me a second. He did not purchase the record. Okay. So I purchased the record. He did not purchase the record. So most of y'all did not purchase it. Y'all listen to it on streaming, but the majority of their money comes from you purchasing the record. Congratulations to Mr. Speaker. Thank you. You're purchasing the record. Majority of the money he get is you're paying. It was only 99 cents. Okay? 99 cents. All right? 99 cents. It was $1 to purchase. I purchased the record. And it was only 99 cents. So if I purchase the record, all right, I have a right to talk about the record. So again, I purchased the record, right? So I have a right as a citizen, as a commentator, to talk about the record. Now, once I get off the show, I'm going to listen to it again. Because when I first heard it on Station Head, it didn't arm me. So when I go back tonight and I listen to it on my phone, I'm going to listen to it and enjoy the record, right? And see if I'm going to like it. But it was 99 cents. Now, some of y'all say y'all going to purchase the record. It was literally 99 cents. And I know people are going to say, Wiley is a hater. I'm not a hater. I'm a commentator. Like one of my favorite songs from Ramon Wiggins is I'm Not the One. You know, I like that record. All right. I like that record. I'm Not the One. That is my song. I love that vibe. And I wish that record had a video. But this record, been a minute, it sound congested. It sound like he needed to release some poop out of the toilet. That's what it sounded like. And Milagro Grams didn't talk about the record. Neek at Night did not talk about the record. T.S. Madison did not talk about the record. Sean Davy Way did not talk about the record. Storm Monroe did not talk about the record. But Wiley not only talked about the record, I also purchased the record. So you can't say I'm a hater when I'm spending my coins to purchase the record, right? I'm the first YouTuber out of all the YouTubers that went and purchased the record and reviewed the record to my thousands and thousands of fans. Okay? None of the popular kids talked about the record. They were radio silent. They didn't say a word about the record. But Wiley, I talked about the record. Okay? Lovely T did not talk about the record. Cardi B did not talk about the record. Wiley, not only talked about the record, but I purchased the record for my own catalog so I can go back and listen to the record. All right. And we are introducing this to my millions and millions and millions of producers from around the world. Laverne Cox did not talk about the record. Sweet Pea Diary, she's locked up in jail. She was arrested, a YouTuber, right? Singing Armand Regan's praises. And she did not talk about the record. So even though my review of the record may not be positive, but at least I spent my hard-earned money and I purchased the record and I talked about the record on my show. So I don't know if Sweet Pea locked up. I don't know. We're going to verify that. But everybody keeps sending me that she is locked up. I don't want to see nobody locked up because she's a mother. She's a wife. And I don't think that it's enjoyable for her to be locked up, especially on the weekend, because you won't be able to file post bail until the courts open up on Monday. So I don't know if she's really locked up. I don't know. I know she have a stalker of a YouTuber that stalks her. We refused to go on the channel because this particular YouTuber wanted me to diss Sweet Pea Diaries and to diss these people. We respectfully declined. I said I'm not going to talk about Sweet Pea Diary in that negative light. I don't care what court documents or medical documents you have of Sweet Pea Diary. I'm not going to talk about it, and I refuse to come on your show because you're trying to get a black woman locked up. So I refuse to go on her show. This particular YouTuber decided to go on my Instagram, and I had to block her because I said, again, I don't allow that activity. And if you have something to say, you can hit the link and call and come into the show and we can have a conversation. But again, I'm not coming on your show to talk about the record. So again, talk about Sweet Pea Diary arrest. Now, I don't know if she's actually been arrested. We reached out, no contact. I reached out to brother. So the people out there, no contact. I reached out to my attorney to see if they can pull up some information. It's after hours. He said he will not be able to get back into me until he get back into maybe tomorrow. But it is a mugshot that's going around saying that she's locked up. But I hope that that's just not true, because she is a mother. She is a wife. And she is, she's a mother. She's a wife. And she is a colleague of mine. And I don't know the details of why she's locked up. They're saying for fraud. They're saying for fraud. Of that's why she was locked up for fraud. And I told recently, I was telling Sweet Pea Diary in an email, I said, you need to stop and you need to annoy these YouTubers that's coming after you and saying things about you. Ignore them. Do your documentaries, because one of your criticism was that I was talking about Armand Wiggins, and here you are talking about another YouTuber that got less subscribers than you. So practice what you preach and do not talk about that YouTuber because you got less subscribers than that YouTuber, because you told me not to talk about Armand Wiggins, all of that. But yet you're talking about a YouTuber that got less subscribers than you. You're not practicing what you preach, and now you have been locked up. So we don't know what really happened. We have another YouTuber, Toxic Diamond, has been arrested for a little while, and that's very unfortunate. Committing these type of crimes, and these are black women. Most of them are mothers. So when you're locked up, that child have to go in custody with somebody else and seeing their parents locked up, and it's really, 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 really sad. about this. And I tell these YouTubers, just be focused. Like, if they talking about you, who cares? Let them talk about you. You continue to do your content and just be focused on your content. But if she is locked up, I will give y'all the updates for people that want to write her a letter, people that want to help get her out of jail. Once I get the details of what really happened, I will bring it to you all. I will bring it to you all. Okay. So I don't know what was the details. I don't know. I will bring it to you all in the future about all of this. Also, I'm asking you all to pray for Grandma Holla. She's in the hospital in intensive care. She is ready to transition. Her granddaughter came out and asking for prayer. So if anybody know who Grandma Holly is, you know, the elderly woman that would be cussing and all of this type of stuff. Her granddaughter came out, released a video saying that Hala has been crying for her grandmother. She's malnourished. She is hooked up to this and she's on hospice, but Grandma Holla wanted to go to the have the ambulance come pick her up, and her granddaughter said that she has been crying for her mother, and many people. My source is saying that she's ready to transition, but the family is not ready for her to transition, and that is where it is. So she is they say she was crying for her mother. The family is not ready for her to transition. Let's be clear, the lady is a gold mine. She get thousands of dollars a month off of Facebook, YouTube, thousands of dollars in merchandise, and a lot of the family members don't want her to go because that's their cash cow, from my understanding. So we are going to keep you all updated with Grandma Holla, and we're going to keep you all updated in that particular situation. But most of us know her for them shoving a phone in her face and doing content and getting money off of Grandma Holla. So that's how we fell in love with her. Okay, so also too, I reached out to Jason Lee, and I asked, can he come on the show to do a promo run because we heard that he's been picked up with a network. And so I said, on your stops of doing promo runs for the show, can you stop by the Wiley Show? I got a response from Hollywood Unlocked. They said his schedule is busy, but once his schedule opens up, they will ask him again, is he able to come on the Wiley Show? So they're saying that his schedule, he's booked, but we continue to send emails. I have officially been blocked from the Hollywood Unlocked Instagram page. I have not officially been blocked from the email, so I'm able to communicate with the email. And we did send an email last night. We did get a response this morning, and they were saying that once his schedule opened up, they will ask him again to get me on the schedule to bring him on the show. So we've been working really hard behind the scenes to get Jason Lee on our show, to have a conversation with Brother Jason and to talk about Brother Jason on the show. And we will continue to reach out. I know we had some difficulties in the past, but I'm not worried about the difficulties in the past because that was on last year. This is definitely a new year. I've officially started my apology tour. In an email, we apologize to Jason Lee, trying to rebuild that relationship to get him on the show. And one of the promises was, I said I will not, drag him in an interview. I will allow him to speak. The interview will be very professional, and we will allow him to talk. And that was one of the things. But I did reach out and to let him know we apologize to Jason Lee if he feels as though I did something wrong. And I made a commitment. in the email that we will not drag him in the email, and we will not drag him in the conversation. We will allow him to talk. It will be a very professional interview. So that was my official first apology of 2023. And we will see how this is going to play out in the year. We're trying our best to rebuild that bridge. The bridge has been destroyed. We definitely on our apology show. We got other people in the upcoming days, weeks, and months that we will be reaching out to rebuild those relationships in 2023. We definitely are going to be reaching out to a lot of people in the upcoming months. Mm-hmm. So we definitely made a promise of that. Also made another promise that I will have the interview in a pre-recorded forum, so it will not be a distraction in the chat. That was one of the promises, that the interview will be in a pre-recorded form, and that we will make sure that we not allow the chat to drag Jason Lee, because a lot of people are in the chat that Will is prepared to drag him. So we're going to do everything in our power to do it in a pre-recorded forum. And so if comments do appear, we will address those comments with love and ask the people not to drag him in the comments. That is one of the promises that we made with brother Jason and his team, that we will not allow the chat to drag him. And we've been talking with a lot of the moderators. We've been talking with a lot of people that said they will drag him, and we will be in the chat pleading with the audience to be have an open mind and have a mindset that not to drag brother Jason. So we've been in the with the moderators, and we told the moderators to please tell the audience to be respectful. So we definitely have been in there, and so we are preparing just in case if Jason Lee decides to do the interview. Like I said, we're doing a pre-recorded forum, and we will be working with the moderators to make sure that he will not get dragged. So we are definitely going to do that. We in the chat, and we're talking with people in the chat. Most of the people made a commitment. They said they will not drag Mr. Jason Lee in the chat. They will not drag him at all. They will hold their tongue. And so we definitely been on a tour talking to the members in there. We definitely had the moderators saying that they will be on alert to not egg the chat on to drag Mr. Jason Lee. And that was one of the promises that we made in the email. And so we're just waiting on to get a response from Jason Lee's team with those promises that we made in the chat. And I've already even started with some of the people in the chat showing love to Jason Lee. I don't know if we got any Jason Lee people. I know they're probably watching. They're showing love. One person said, "We love Jason Lee." We have another person said, "Jason Lee is one of the greatest entertainers in the YouTube space." Another person saying that, "I promise to show love to Jason Lee." Another person said, "Love Jason Lee. I speak life to Jason Lee." Another person saying, "Good luck, Jason. We love you, and we will appreciate that you come on the Wiley Show." So those are the comments that we are reading right now in the chat. So it definitely is working. I got another email from someone from the chat saying that, quote, "Wiley, I will respect Jason Lee because this is the era of rebuilding." The era of rebuilding is what a person said in the email, that I will not drag Jason Lee. This is the era of rebuilding. And I see that definitely in the chat. People are reading it down in the chat, saying it's definitely going to be great. Another person saying they will be watching this and they will be watching it in the replay. So it's definitely a lot of people in the chat saying they will not drag Jason Lee. All right. So I'm definitely saying that this is about rebuilding our relationship. Okay. All right. So I'm seeing it in the chat in here. I'm going to do a poll really quickly. Press one if you feel that you will not drag Jason Lee. Press one. Press two if you feel you will drag Jason Lee. Press one. You will not drag Jason Lee. Press two. You will drag Jason Lee. Let me see what is the comments is. Press two. You will drag Jason Lee. Press one. You will not drag Jason Lee. Thank you so very much. I see a lot of ones in the chat. I see a lot of ones in the chat. A lot of people say they will not drag. A lot of people say they will not drag. I'm saying a lot of ones in the chat. A lot of ones in the chat saying that they will not drag Jason Lee. A lot of ones. Okay, give me a second. All right. Right, Paul? I think you're giving it to him because I can't really see the chat, but I'm seeing it. You're holding up. There's a lot of ones in the chat. Okay, let me check the chat. I'm seeing a lot of ones in the chat. So a lot of ones that are definitely in the chat. So we appreciate that. We have a lot of ones. A lot of ones in the chat, Paul. That's what you say. How many twos are we seeing in the chat? We only see about 3 twos. 3 twos in the chat. But on my end, I'm seeing a lot of ones. I'm seeing a lot of ones, right, Paul? I'm seeing a lot of ones in there. One person saying capital yes, I will not drag Jason Lee. I'm seeing a lot of ones in here. Wow. They're showing a lot of love. A lot of people is holding up the peace sign, saying there will be peace with Jason Lee. Okay. There will be peace with Jason Lee. I'm saying it right then and there. Person said 1 + 1 = 1. And we always will show love to the greatest one, Jason Lee. I'm saying it in the chat right now. People are saying that showing love. Another person said, all I see is ones. Okay, thank you. All right. So let's get into these conversations. All right. I'm going to bring up Rkelly. We're going to talk about this because it's not going to be a long, lengthy live today. I want to make sure not going to be a long, lengthy live, but Rkelly is on a press tour. Rkelly is on a press tour and he's been talking to YouTubers. He's on a press tour. The question is, why is Rkelly on a press tour? Mainstream media is no longer working with Rkelly. Rkelly publicist and team has been reaching out to Gayle King. He wanted a sit-down interview in jail. Gayle King refused. He reached out to Good Morning America, refused. And so now his only hope, his only landline to speak to his fans is talking to YouTubers. He's talking to Storm. He's talking to other people. Now, today, yesterday, Storm has been dragged by a lot of YouTubers. And they're saying that Storm stole an interview from a Black woman named Tasha. Of course, I did my due diligence. We reached out to Storm, did my own research. I listened to Storm Monroe's interview with Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly, aka Rkelly. I listened to Latasha's interview in multiple clips with Rkelly, and I listened to it and listened to both. I listened to Natasha. I listened to Storm. I listened to both. Neither one of those recordings was identical. It was not stealing. Storm had an interview with Rkelly as well as Natasha. So with both of those people having this interview, Storm was dragged and accused of stealing an interview. He did not steal an interview. Rkelly reached out to Storm Monroe. Rkelly team reached out to Storm. Rkelly team reached out to Natasha. They're reaching out to people. And it's not an interview. Rkelly is just blabbing his mouth because he claimed that Tasha K, that the DP with the correction officer, literally broke the law. The Bureau of Prison officer broke the law. And I get involved in this because I never spoke about this. We were contacted by the FBI because Tasha K during that time, she emailed me the lady email, and when she had to turn over her emails and her computer and stuff, my email came up. And while my email came up, because this email was sent to me through my Wiley Show at Gmail account. Let's show that email, please. So this email was sent to me in my email, and she took a screenshot and she emailed it to me, and it said, quote, I have the capability to listen to Rkelly phone calls while he is housed at the MCC in Chicago. I actually can listen to any federal prisoner's phone call as well as read their emails. I cannot use my name due to my position. Tasha responded, wow, I will most definitely keep you anonymous. Whatever you do, just shoot me a text or call Tasha Cat. So this particular email was sent to the Wiley Show at gmail.com. Once Tasha K had to turn over her email, my email showed up that she emailed me. FBI contacted the Wiley Show. They wanted to know what was the communication that Tasha K sent to me, because they were asking, did this particular officer send you any emails, any recordings of Rkelly? I said no, he did not send any email. Before I did that, because I knew they was reaching out to me, I know I don't talk to anybody without my attorney. I don't talk to anybody without an attorney. So during that time, I called my attorney. We had a conversation with the FBI agent, and I turned over all that I had from Tasha K and all of my emails. They wanted to see it, and so I turned everything over. And nothing was sent to me from that particular email account that sent Tasha that. The lady never communicated with me. Tasha sent it to me because she wanted me to do a show. She wanted me to do a show because she were getting dragged, and they were saying that Tasha K that got paid to do this interview, that Tasha K got paid to send out these emails. And so Tasha was like, no, I'm going to email you I'm going to email you the information. And I blotted out the information because I didn't want y'all to see that part. She emailed it to me. My email showed up on the FBI, and so they reached out to me. And so what I did was I contacted my lawyer, and we talked, and I sent everything over to the FBI. I said everything that I had. I didn't send. The lady did not reach out to me. I knew the lady name because it was in the email, but I said I never talked to this lady. The lady never sent me any emails. The lady never sent me any texts. Tasha K sent me. Only reason why they asked, why did Tasha send you email? Because I'm a content creator. Tasha sent it over to me. I'm doing a show to say that Tasha K is not did not get paid. So that was going to pretty much be my basis. Never got an email from the prison, any emails or nothing. I don't have anything. The only thing that I see about his emails is what Tasha K released on her Google documents. All the way she released, that's her. I don't have any Google documents. I don't have any emails. I don't have any recordings. I don't have any of that. And I don't believe that Tasha K was paid, because they kept pulling this up there that Tasha K paid. But I said, I don't believe she was paid. I've never seen any money. I've never received any money. And my attorney was like, well, Mr. Wiley never received any money for Tasha K for some emails or none of that officer that they speak of. I didn't receive any messages or money. I did receive email with that officer name. I did send email with her information and the email in it. Clearly, you see in this particular email, she reached out to Tasha K. And the premise was, this is the first email. She reached out to Tasha saying that I have the power to listen to recordings and also emails. And not only for Rkelly, but for anybody that's in federal prison, I have the power to actually listen to it. That particular officer wasn't even in Illinois. She didn't say in Illinois. She stayed somewhere else, but she's still able to listen to people's phone calls. So, but she wasn't the only one. From what we heard, she wasn't the only one that was listening to R. Kelly emails, reading his emails, or his conversation. It was other people that were listening to his emails, reading his emails and his conversations, other officers. And it was probably, I would say, 60 officers that did it. Now, we don't know if it was 60 breaches of a security breach, but this particular officer actually scanned and sent stuff to Tasha K. Me and Tasha K talked. Tasha K lawyer sent Tasha K an text, and she said, well, you investigated, by the FBI. I don't think you should have sent Wiley those information but I told him not to put it out there, but she didn't already email. So when she had to turn herself over, that's when I got involved in this investigation. Number one, I wasn't nervous because I knew I didn't do anything wrong. Number two, this is why I'm so glad that I can pick up the phone and call an attorney. I wasn't nervous at all because I knew I didn't break the law. At one point I thought Tasha broke the law, but more and more I talked to her, and what I've seen, that Tasha K did not break the law. I did not do an interview because, like I said, it was an open investigation. I couldn't talk about it. My lawyer didn't want me to talk about it until it was officially closed, and then I was able to talk about it. And I said, okay, I can talk about it. And now that R. Kelly is interviewing with YouTubers, I said, oh, let me talk about how this situation came up in time this conversation. Tasha K is not going to jail. Wiley is not going to jail. None of those entities are going to jail. Tasha K did not break the law. Only how Tasha K would have broke the law if Tasha K was to solicit the information. I'm like, okay, find this information and I'm going to pay you $3,000. If Tasha K would have reached out to this officer and say, I'm going to give you $10,000. I want you to give me those emails and give me those recordings of R. Kelly. Then it would have been criminal because Tasha K solicited an officer to break the law and you were paying for this information. Like you were literally stealing from the government. But because the lady reached out to Tasha and sent Tasha this direct email saying, I know I have the capacity to listen to R. Kelly phone call. This is a regular viewer. And I listened to R. Kelly's interview with Storm, and he kept saying, well, how do Tasha K know about this officer? And I would have answered that the officer reached out to Tasha because it was just a regular subscriber, a viewer out there in the space. And the reason because Tasha K have been covering on R. Kelly getting millions of views, and this particular officer wanted to be messy and say, hey, I want to send Tasha K all of these documents and emails, right? And when you read the emails, he couldn't spell, he can't spell. So it was hard to read what he was saying, but she had his commissary, how much he was getting on commissary and all of that. So R. Kelly is doing something. He want to change his idea, and he want to say, well, it was because of this officer that I lost this case. That's what he's trying to paint that picture, and that's not the truth. None of the commentaries, the reason why R. Kelly is pissed is because R. Kelly, his quote-unquote girlfriends were putting money on his books. Once those emails came out, other girlfriends was like, oh, you have other girlfriends. I thought I was the only one. And so they stopped giving money on his books. That's number one. Now that R. Kelly has been found guilty and they're filing an appeal, anytime you go through an appeal with a lawyer, your lawyer will tell you pretty much your chances that it can go either way. It's not looking too good that you're going to win this appeal. They're going to give you those type of conversations. They're not going to say, oh, it's a guarantee you're going to win an appeal. They can't give you any guarantee. So with R. Kelly in his mind, I may lose this appeal in court. I may lose this appeal. I may just be in prison. But I want to change the court of public opinion. So let me reach out to Storm. Let me reach out to Natasha. And I'm not going to allow them to really question me. I just want to spew out that a law was broken and Tasha K broke the law, that DPD broke the law. I want to spew out and it hurt my case. I got an appeal and all of this. And he's not allowing you to ask him any tough questions. He's only allowing you, give me this platform, this 15-minute phone call, and let me spew out what I got to say. Storm did a major failure because Storm did not ask him the questions. Storm is getting pissed and mad because he allowed Sean Davy Wade to get under his skin, and now he's yelling, I didn't do this, and y'all didn't stop lying, blah, 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 blah. Bruh, you got the exclusive R. Kelly. You didn't ask R. Kelly the tough questions. You're mad because people said you stole an exclusive. You did not steal an exclusive. There's no need for you to be mad. There's no need for you to be aggressive. There's no need for you to be yelling, because if you got an exclusive, it is no need for you to be mad. That doesn't make any sense. You mad because the public decision, they put out a narrative that you stole from a black woman. You didn't steal from a black woman. Sean is trying to get an interview with R. Kelly, but R. Kelly never reached out to brother Sean. His team never reached out to Sean because Sean think R. Kelly is guilty. So they're not going to go on the Sean Davy Wade channel. They're not going to go to our Wiley channel. They're not. They only want to go on channels that's not going to question me, allow me 15 minutes to spew out what I had, and then I'm going to call back and I'm going to continue to spew out what I had, because I can't go to mainstream media. They're not taking my phone calls because mainstream media is going to ask me tough questions. They're not just going to allow me to just talk. These untrained YouTubers, they don't have a mindset of a journalist. Their whole thing is, you are a celebrity, so I got the exclusive. But they know if you go to Gayle King, if you go to these other journalists, they're not going to allow you to just have 15 minutes just to talk about a phone call or the deep sending these emails. They're going to talk about the women that were under oath and testify of you abusing them. They're going to ask some questions about the men that were abused that actually testify in court. Where the documentary, none of the men got on there and said, we want to do the documentary. They wanted some of the men to get on there. None of them got on there and done that documentary. So you don't know who these men, none of those men did interviews. You know, they just living their happy life. But R. Kelly, no, if I go to mainstream media, they're going to ask me the tough questions. And I'm not prepared to ask these tough questions. But I know if I can go to an untrained YouTuber, they're going to be excited. They're going to be happy that R. Kelly, the superstar, is calling me, and they're not going to ask me the tough question because they're going to be starstruck that this big superstar is calling me, right? So when he called Storm didn't ask him any tough questions. He allowed R. Kelly to talk for 15 minutes, didn't check it, didn't study the case, didn't do all of that. And I agree with what Tasha K was saying to Natasha. You supposed to be a journalist, been in the biz for 20 years, and you yourself did not ask R. Kelly the tough questions. Here you are talking to a woman that was there day one in the YouTube space, covering this trial about R. Kelly, covering it before it was a trial, got millions of views, and here you are, been in the business, you claim, for 20 years, 20, as a radio personality, and did not ask R. Kelly the tough questions. Didn't ask him the tough questions. You just allow him just to talk. You yourself were starstruck. And Storm, because he have a weakness, his weakness is, you turn against me, I'm going to try to change the public opinion about what's going on, and you can't. You can. It's difficult to change the court of public opinion. Number one, you got that Tasha K stink on you. Number two, you got that Corey Hardrick of an interview that's been stolen. And somebody has been called Corey Hart, interviewed the nosy neighbor. You didn't like that. And the R. Kelly interviews did not go ultra viral because he was banking on it got to go in the shade room, it got to go on the neighborhood talk, it got to go on Hollywood Unlocked. This got to be millions of views. It didn't get a millions of views. You know why it didn't get a millions of views, Storm? Because you didn't ask R. Kelly the tough questions. You just allow R. Kelly to talk. So you know why it didn't pick up enough traction that you wanted to pick up enough traction? It's because you did not ask R. Kelly the tough questions. You didn't ask him. You allow R. Kelly to talk 15 minutes. You went on Conscious show, and Conscious, I posted in there, I say he didn't ask the tough questions. Conscious tried to defend it. How can you ask tough questions in 15 minutes? If you are a trained journalist, it is a whole lot of things you could have asked him in 15 minutes. But once you just a YouTuber, an untrained that you're not a trained journalist, you're starstruck because you got R. Kelly on the phone. He's a superstar. But a trained journalist can have 15 minutes and ask direct questions to get a response. But don't allow him just to hijack and ask just to spew out stuff. A narrative that because of Tasha and because of that DPD officer, I'm in prison right now. But a trained journalist that been in the trial, that got the notes, that read over the transcript, and like, Mr. Kelly, wasn't because of those conversations that you're sitting in prison. You're sitting in prison because it was witnesses upon witnesses upon witnesses that even wasn't a part of surviving R. Kelly. It was other witnesses that didn't do the documentary that testified that you ran a criminal enterprise. But because of these untrained bloggers, they did not ask him the tough questions. The top leading bloggers, if it was any of the white journalists, they're biased, they would have posted it if Megan would have answered the question, that white journalist from Crime News. They would have answered if the brother from LA Times, if he would have interviewed R. Kelly, they would have posted that. But the black bloggers, they have a strong jealousy and bias that they will not post a black person conducting an interview. If that person was a white journalist or white YouTuber, just white, I can guarantee you Kyle, Neighborhood Talk, would have posted it. I can guarantee you Angie from the Shade Room would have posted it. I can guarantee you Jason Lee from Hollywood Unlocked would have posted it. I can guarantee you Jasmine from the Jasmine brand would have posted it. But because it was in a black essence, a black outlet, them black mainstream outlets on Instagram did not post it because they have been conditioned. We ain't gonna post it until the white people talk about it and post it. We ain't gonna post it until TMZ, which is a white organization, post it, and then we will repost it. Because Storm sent it to everybody. None of them really picked it up. Maybe one or two up and coming. But I'm talking about the power players. I'm talking about the Shade Room. I'm talking about the Neighborhood Talk. I'm talking about Hollywood Unlocked. I'm talking about the Jasper. I'm talking about the power players, not the ones that the baby players. Them the baby players, they're the up-and-coming players. And I'm talking about the one that got the ear of the culture. And I didn't see them post it. Sean David Wade got extremely jealous and upset that Storm got the exclusive and he didn't get the exclusive. When I interviewed Corey Hardrick, the neighbor, Sean tried to paint this picture. Oh, I love what, and he begged the lady to come on his show. He begged her. The lady responded to me, sent me the DMs. And I said, go to any show that want you to go because you already gave me the exclusive. So whatever show that you want to go on, go to them all. because I'm content of the exclusive that I've gotten from you. Right? So it's another thing I've learned because people criticize Wiley, say, stop talking about YouTubers. These other power players, they talk about YouTubers. So don't come here to the Neek at Night. I sent a very in-depth DM. And I will continue. I say, y'all say don't talk about YouTubers. Everybody else getting views talking about YouTube, including Storm, including Sean Davy Wet, including others. So please don't come with me with that. Oh, you shouldn't talk about YouTube. Get some content. They ain't talking about YouTube. Where y'all at telling these people to get some content, not talk about YouTube? Where y'all at? Where is the Armand Wiggins and all these people say, get some content, don't talk about YouTube? They talking about it and they getting a whole lot of views. They radio silent. They got nothing to say. So Rkelly, back to Rkelly, he's going to continue. Give me a second. He's going to continue to talk about Storm. He's going to continue to talk to Storm Monroe. He's going to continue to talk to Tasha. The day he's going to stop talking to them is when they ask him the tough questions. That's why them videos are not getting the blockbuster ratings they so desire. Because they're not asking him the blockbuster questions. They're allowing him just to talk. That's what they're allowing. So I didn't get the 2, 3, 4, 5 million views that Storm so desire. He wants to go ultra viral. He wants that Jaguar right moment again. That's the moment he desired because he got a taste of that moment with Jaguar. So he wanted to reduplicate that moment. He wants that moment so bad. He wants that moment because Storm has been struggling in viewership. He's been surpassed by Armand Wiggins. So he want that high again. Everybody want it, but he definitely want it because he experienced it. So it's a difference to say we all want it, but it's a damn difference if you already had that experience. You want to reduplicate that experience. Okay? Because he already experienced it. It's the difference. Oh, Wiley, you want it too? Oh, yes. But I don't have the experience like Storm because he experienced it. So he wanted it again. He want that high again. He don't like it when people criticize him when he's chasing the high. He don't like it. He was so angry because he allowed YouTubers to get under his skin. Oh, what y'all mean? I ain't steal this. Y'all shut up. You MFers and cussing and all that stuff. You giving your critics more ammunition to ride your coattails. It's just, you're giving them more ammunition to ride you. And they're going to continue to ride you because they know it got under your skin. So if I can get under your skin, I'm going to continue to press your button. So any exclusive you do for me to eat off that exclusive, I can say you stole it. I could just say you stole it. Because one mistake is you allowing the public to give their idea. You can never sway them. You do what Rkelly did. Just do the talking. Because Rkelly did not open it up for you to ask them all them questions. Hey, man, I got 15 minutes. And yeah, let me tell you about this and blah, blah, blah. And boom, hung up. You did, Storm. You get commentary and you allow the public to answer questions, knowing that you're going to get people that's going to drag you for filth. Because they're going to see an opening door to promote their channels. They're going to see an opening door to use this moment to drag you so they can get clout. You should have went up on there, did your commentary and say, I didn't steal it. I got the exclusive. This is what I think about Rkelly, and ended your show. But you opened that platform up to clout chasers. People that get clout. And you know you ain't prepared to take it, and you allow yourself to get loud. Then you allow Sean David Way, I'm going to go back live. Because I didn't really get clicks and views on Jaguar Wright like that. Let me ride Storm Monroe's coattail. This Shaquilla Robinson, I ain't really getting clout like that because I said everything and people getting tired of me saying the same ish a different day. So I'm going to ride Storm Monroe coattail. I'm going to ride it. Oh, yes. I'm going to ride his coattail. He said he don't like Storm. But he talk about Storm because Storm is good business. And Storm talking about it and getting upset about it, it makes for good TV. It's public. Just for a good example, when Jason Lee responded to Wiley, and Jason Lee responded, Armand gets called. Jason Lee responded to us. Armand gets called and tried to stop it. No, don't you respond to Jason. Don't you talk about Jason. Don't you talk about this. Jason is this. Don't talk about his show. Make that man work for every subscriber. Make him work for every view. Because Jason, on his massive platform, respond to Wiley. Because Armand wanted Jason to respond to him. But Jason didn't do it. He responded to Wiley. And Armand Wiggins called. So that's just how that goes, people. He showed his hand. He showed his hand. So to YouTubers that are popping, to YouTubers that are established, you have things to lose, and people that are coming up have things to gain. That is something that a lot of these powerful YouTubers, a lot of these up-and-coming YouTubers, they don't know because they still allow people to get under their skin. They allow people to get under their skin, and these up-and-coming YouTubers, they're hungry for attention to increase their views. And I'm not mad at any of them. I'm not mad at any of these people. Because if you see a door cracking open, get in that door and do it. Just like when that neighbor, I immediately said, I want to talk to the neighbor. I want to talk to the neighbor. Nosy neighbor, if you're listening, I want to talk to you. Where is the nosy neighbor? Not knowing that a subscriber that's connected to the nosy neighbor reached out to me that same day and said, yes, I will interview the nosy neighbor. Nosy neighbor reached out to us and we interviewed that nosy neighbor, and the rest is history. So, because I saw an opportunity and I took advantage of the opportunity. So I'm not mad at anybody that takes advantage of an opportunity. I'm not mad at all. Rkelly see a prime example. He see an opportunity that he can get his narrative out with YouTubers. Because he know they not going to ask me no tough questions. They're going to allow me to be this narcissist to paint this picture about Tasha K. Rkelly, he could go on Tasha. He know I can't go on Tasha because Tasha going to ask me the tough questions. So I will go to Storm. I will go to Natasha. And R. Kelly did not reach out to Storm Monroe 2 years ago. That's a cow manure. R. Kelly is now reaching out to these YouTubers because he's trying to change that opinion about himself because a new documentary is out and he's getting dragged again. And now R. Kelly is coming out. I want to insert myself to change the court of public opinion. And I'm going to call Storm, and I'm going to keep calling him as long as he's allowing me to be on a 15-minute call. Storm himself said, I cannot say that R. Kelly is guilty. Can't say it at all. Can't say he's guilty. Oh, no, I ain't going to get into that. Why? Because I want to keep talking to R. I want R. Kelly to keep calling into my show. Oh, I can't say he's guilty. Oh, no, I can't say that. But you can say Raz B. You can say all these people are witches. You can say all these people are gay. You can say all the people are this, just with a straight face. Well, R. Kelly, I can't talk about nothing like that. Oh, I can't get into that. No, I can't talk about it. I can't talk about that right now. Can't talk about that right now. No. No, can't talk about that. Can't talk about that at all. Not at this moment. Even if R. Kelly team reach out to the Wiley Show, it is my duty to the victims. It is my duty to America. It is my duty to my audience to ask R. Kelly the tough questions. It is my duty. And I'm not going to be so starstruck that the duty go out the window. All right. So I'm going to drop the link because we ain't going to be here all day. I had to get this off my chest. Storm better learn game because he always get played because people get under that man's skin. He want to get the yelling. That's what you know you want when you get people to yell like that. Get you to yell. I didn't do that like that. I didn't do that. People that promoting their shows, Armand Wiggins will never. He gonna talk on station head, but he ain't gonna give you that clout on YouTube. That's to his credit. He ain't gonna talk about it on YouTube and go really direct and allow the public to call in. He ain't gonna, Armand Wiggins will never do that. He will talk about it on station here. Now he talked about Jason Lee because Jason Lee is the bigger fish. And I could really eat off that. But saying that about other YouTubers that are not on my level, that do not have the clout that I have, I'm going to help them get the clout by responding to them. All right. So I'm going to drop the link again. I don't know if y'all want me to. I want y'all to hit the link. So I'm going to drop the link. You don't have to show yourself on camera. I'm gonna drop the link. We're not gonna be on all day because yesterday we was on for about 6-7 hours, and I think we was on there for about 6 hours. So give me a second while I go pick up my phone because I charged it. Because I had to charge my phone because it was because sometimes I forget to turn it off, but this time I said, let me just charge it while I'm doing the show. All right, so I'm going to drop the link one more time. So if you coming on, hit the link. All right. Okay. I'm going to bring Ms. Barbara. Ms. Barbara, you live.
Hey, Wiley, how are you?
Doing good.
Sean dragged Storm from India to St. Louis, from St. Louis to China. Sean was acting like a mean girl tonight. Sean dragged him so bad. that. And then Sean started dragging the small YouTubers. Sean was acting too conceited. Just got on my nerves tonight. Like, oh, he over there with the smaller YouTubers, and I'm the bigger YouTuber. And how you gonna be with the smaller YouTuber? And that's when I try to make a statement like, damn, man, I was laughing at Storm, but now you getting on the, because when people come for CTV, that makes me tight. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that. And I consider, he actually mentioned CTV name. So I was just trying to say, slow him down a little bit. Like, damn, why you have to come for the smaller YouTubers? Just too conceited. Like he was.
I think that a lot of YouTubers, when they get to 100,000, they talk about the smaller YouTubers, and they forget when they were coming up in the game. Sean forget when he was kissing my butt to be on the Wiley Show, or he was on another show. He was going all around on YouTube, didn't have his true identity. And people
tonight, I know who I am. I know who I am.
Yeah, people forget when they were coming up and when they reach 100,000, and that's still small-minded because you still ain't on a list of the millionaires like these other white YouTubers. So I think the bigger picture. So when he was talking about Conscious, Storm went on Conscious show, and because Storm want as much clout as possible for his interview. He learned that from Tasha K. He never go on these shows until he got something to drop, a podcast, an OnlyFans video. So let me go to Conscious. I'm not going to you on a regular day. I have a narrative and a purpose, but I'm only going to go on a channel that's going to sing my praises, not ask me tough questions. Storm refused to come on this channel because we starting to ask Storm tough questions. Just like I asked Tasha K tough questions. And he's not prepared to answer those tough questions because one of the major questions I would have asked Storm Monroe is, why didn't you ask Rkelly these tough questions? Did you read the transcripts of the trial? Do you believe the victims? When you got on the phone with Rkelly, do you believe in this transcript when those black men said that he did those things? Are you on their side? Because I would have asked him those type of tough questions and questions that you need to ask. Now, when it comes to Sean Davy Way, and when it comes to his channel, talking about other YouTubers coming up in the game, it's really a disservice because they forget that they were smaller YouTubers as well. I don't care if you are a person and we have this relationship. I still going to ask you the tough question. If I lose that relationship, so be it. I would rather be at peace, lose a relationship for asking tough questions, than to have a bunch of fake people around me just to have a fake people around me.
Wally, not only that, what else he did that really insulted me? Oh yeah, a woman came on, right, older than him. Her picture looked older than him. She said, listen, you too old. Look, you look too old to be over here. You too old to be over here. God, Block Central. Like, people support you, and if they give opinion, you want to insult them publicly. He had my tags up there twice, Miss Thing, but I got tough skin, so I was just trying to put some rocks underneath his feet to slow him down a little bit, especially when he started talking about my CTV, my beautiful Conscious TV. It really got me tight. In fact, I had to pull up on his page tonight because people got it twisted, talking about I'm working, trying to get a job with Wiley. You don't understand. I'm working. So that's why I be so busy. I've been looking for you all day on these YouTube streets, Wiley. All day.
And I want to tell you this because shout out to AT2 for saying this, because I think it's so true that they talk about other YouTubers on Station Head. And one thing that Coffee City did, she would bring the Station Head conversations to the YouTube space, and they dragged her for that and discouraged that lady for doing so. Because it was a narrative that these YouTubers don't talk about the Wiley Show. These YouTubers don't talk about Storm, but they talk about it on Station Head. But most people on YouTube don't go to Station Head to hear what they're saying. So what Coffee City did to birth her platform, she will play the station here recordings on her YouTube channel and got thousands of views. Because it showed them that say they do talk about Wiley. They do talk about other YouTubers. They don't do it on their channel, but they do it on Station Head.
Do you do it on Station Head? Do you
I do it on Station Head. I do it on not only on Station Head, I do it on YouTube. I want to make sure it's crystal clear on who I am talking about. Most of these YouTubers are mine, or all of these people that they get into denial mode. I don't talk about these people. You are a liar because you talk about these people on Station.
Now you talk about how the Sean was just doing too much, really sounding like a California mean girl. My apartment, my this, you ain't nothing. I had 2 apartments, you got nothing. You smile, I mean, like, God blesses you, and this is how you treat people. You put them beneath your feet. That's all I was trying to point out, because I'm full of the Holy Spirit, and when people feelings get hurt, it hurts me. So I got to try to explain. I was just
I'm thinking of that. Hold on one second. I'm gonna bring another YouTuber here that have been addressed by Sean David Way, not once but a couple of times on Station at AT2. Because
I think 100 times, Wiley. 100.
Sean wanted me to come on Station Head and to talk about you, and I decline all times. Like, he have you as a topic, and when you on Station Head, it tells you who. If you come in a room, it alerts the host that this person is here. So every time he would bring you up in a conversation, I just so happen to go in there and he'll send a request. And I denied all requests because I'm not going to be used to talk about somebody on Station. If you want to talk about AT2 or anybody, bring it to the YouTube street so we all can eat on it. But go ahead.
But Wiley exclusive. Wiley exclusive. There's a content creator he actually offered to pay to do a whole expose on me, but there was nothing to expose. But that's what I heard. But
it's really sad. You're coming up in the game. I'm coming up in the game. And these people like Sean Davy Way, I'm gonna use them as an example. They at a level of 100,000. They get into this mode of I'm better than you because I'm at 100,000, as saying that you won't be or you won't be at 1 million, because I think that's a small-minded, because one day you could be at 10 million followers. Hell, 30 million.
Right.
So the same people you're stepping on or pooping on may be the same people that's greater in numbers and also in opportunity.
And I wish I got that same respect that you showed me, Wiley, because I won't lie. When you had put me in your title and talked about when I lost my monetization, I thought you were going to go in. Right. I thought you was. But, I can take a joke, though. But, with the other gentleman, if you want to call him that, he took it upon himself to go on his Station Head and basically drag me and I admit it, I was already feeling low because I was like, damn, like I was growing my platform and then I lost it. Well, I didn't lose it, but the monetization,
because where I stepped in, because that could have happened to anybody.
That
is your income, because I won't laugh at a person if you lose your job, and that's how you get to take care of it. It's a time and place to joke. It's a time and a place to roast a gag. But if you're losing your livelihood, whether you can end up homeless or worse, that's the time to rally behind and say, oh, I don't like this, because that can happen to me. That can happen to Sean Davy Way. It can happen to Lamont Wiggins. And, it really
helped. Like when Nosy Ho lost her page, Cheryl helped her greatly. Cheryl kept picking her up.
Because it could happen to any one of us on it, because technically we are employees, meaning that they can take your monetization. Hell, they can take your channel and all the content that you develop. And if you don't have it backed up, whoop-de-doo, they own it.
Right. And with Sean, he was all like, oh, look, see, you was doing this, and he was trying to figure out what happened. And it's all like, dude, I've been transparent. I told everybody what happened, and then every time I do something, reach a milestone or achievement, it's all like, well, you can't do this. Like, for example, oh, you ain't even at 20,000. I got to 20,000. Oh, but you can't get more than 100 people in chat. Got more than 100. You can't get more than 200. Oh, well, you can't get 3,000 people in your like. It's always they move the needle, and I'm never going to be good enough. It doesn't matter if I got my subscribers by hook or crook. I did it.
Wait, let me tell you
Go ahead,
something.
Miss
When it's
Barbara, go
happening
ahead.
like 1 second, when it's happening like that, you are good enough. They jealous and they trying to beat you down. That's trying to beat you down. You
I
understand?
think, and also I think that we as Black content creators have to understand, compared to the white content creators, we are still in a minority.
Right.
Because we don't have, none of us in this sector, including Sean, Armand, and others, Lovely T, they don't have the blockbuster multi-million-dollar deals.
Right. They're not getting partnerships like that.
They're not getting those type of partnerships. So we talking about, well, you ain't got 1,000 people. Well, when they released at least the highest paid YouTubers, they're not on that list. Either one of them on that list. We, so you moving on us, but y'all not on that list.
We don't see them. We don't see them.
Y'all still have to be on YouTube every day, like the rest of us have to be on YouTube every day.
No, I noticed something even better. They have the same views that the small YouTubers have. You don't know that? They have the same views that the small YouTubers have, and the small YouTubers have more views than them. Absolutely. I noticed how Nosy Ho only got 20 people, but she was carrying like 700 on her chat. You understand?
That's fair.
Carrying 400, but she got 20,000. He was got Wiley be carrying 500. He got, you understand what I'm saying? So
I hear you, and I think that you coming up 82 and I'm coming up, you get dragged from these bigger YouTubers. They drag us for film. They said y'all this, but they still talk about us. If you're so greater than 82, Sean Heavyweight, why do you still talk about him on stage yet? That does not make any sense. If I'm greater than you, I shouldn't be giving you this clout if I don't like you.
Right. If I was at 100K, I definitely wouldn't be talking about no AT2. I'll be like, who? What you talking about?
Because he talk about you a lot on his station. He do.
Yeah, I think he wants to suck me. I think that's what it is. I'm sorry to use that link. I apologize.
It got to be something with that. Okay, I'm gonna use these content creators on my station here to get on the charts, and I'm gonna use their name and their audience to bait them in. And then what he wants you to go on his station here so his audience can drag you in, so he can get all the views. That's what he wants. Because anytime I go into their on station, because I'm on station here a lot, and I like to listen to other shows. He always immediately sending up, he'll be dissing me, but he ain't telling the people that he's sending me a request to come on his station here. And I declined it because I'm like, this ain't the good spirit. If you want to have a conversation with me, you can come on the YouTube. And then
he did that to me too. Like, I don't mind fighting with him, but come on YouTube and do it. Like, at least put me at a playing field. Like, I'm not gonna hop on your station head and then have you and your people attack me. You mute me so I can't even talk. Absolutely. Come on now. It ain't gonna be fair.
It's not gonna be fair, and that would be foolish for us to do that when we can gain more of it on our channels. Because it's more recognition. Because you see, he ain't dragging Storm on station here today. He did not one video, but actually 2 videos talking about Storm Monroe stolen exclusive.
Yeah, but can we talk about how basically he makes up issues with people? I don't think he has like a real issue with me. I don't think he has a real issue with you. I don't think he has a real issue with Storm. It's made up in his head. I guess it's the imaginary hair that grows from his head where he's hair flipping, all that stuff. I guess that's getting into his brain. He got mental issues definitely because he has no hair to flip. I don't get it.
I think that he does it as well. He does it as well because he do that to grow his channel for the algorithm. Because if you notice, he did the Jaguar right. That didn't really get the millions of views that he wanted. So now let me go back to the YouTube. Let me go back. What is a guarantee? Because when you talk about YouTubers, that's good business. Whether people want to talk about it or not, you put their name in the title, you're guaranteed to get views because somebody going to share it. And it goes viral potentially when you talk about YouTube. Hell, sometimes the YouTube beefs are more entertaining than it is with the celebrity.
Right, it is. Like, that's how I started out on YouTube. I make that apparent. Like, I started just talking, and it wasn't even like I was dragging them or anything like that. I would go around and look at the drama and give my commentary. And then, I started noticing those videos did well when I was talking about politics and like social issues and reparations for Black people. Ain't nobody cared about that shit. But, when I talk about dragging people, they love it. They love it.
In this sector, to succeed with that type of commentary, you have to mix that in first, and then you have to get to the dragging session and the messy stuff.
And I love the way you do it, Wiley.
Because that's the way you have to do it. You just can't do a video and talk about Speaker Kevin McCarthy.
Yeah, he just got nominated, right?
Yeah, he just wanted to get. So you have to put that in with the mess. And and then people say, well, damn, why do your shows are 6-7 hours? Yeah, because I'm spending the first 2 hours talking about politics and then the rest into the mess.
Trying to educate them
where you're passionate about, and then also get into the mess and the gossip. But I want to ask you this question: when you got your channel monetization back, how did that make you feel when you got it back, when they approved it and you got to be able to make money on YouTube again?
Yeah, I smiled because actually nobody asked me like how did it feel when I got it back. That's deep right there. It's funny because I didn't even know, because what happened was that they had paused everything, and then when I got it back, like they started charging people for the membership, and everybody was like, hey, my membership got charged, like what's going on? And I was like, oh shit, I got it back, you know. So I was like shocked. But when I got it back, I felt that 2023 is gonna be my year, and ain't nobody taking this away from me. Like, we taking over the motherfucking world.
Yeah,
that's how I felt.
In that moment when that happened, you could have easily said, you know what, I give up. I'm gonna go back into the workforce. I'm done.
Right.
You started and won.
AT2, keep that promise. You and Wiley collaborate with your subscribers. Like, everybody subscribe to AT2, and you tell everybody to just subscribe to Wiley.
Yeah,
and it's let me tell you one more thing.
Ahead, Ms. Barbara. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
One more thing. I even went on the original King Payne panel.
Yes,
we gotta all get along.
Yeah.
You understand? I'm gonna shout Wiley out over there. I'm gonna shout King Payne over here. Because one more thing, just let me shout out what King Payne is doing. I know, but
let me say this: it is nothing wrong with collaborating. I don't think it's nothing wrong, because it's going to help you. It's going to help me. There's nothing wrong with that. And what I see with a lot of white YouTubers, they do cross collaborations. They do it
easily.
They do it a lot, and they're
no hesitation.
You got 1 million followers. I got 1 million followers. We collaborate. I collaborate with you. It ain't stopping my bag. It's something. I think it's a mentality in the black sector, because I remember Armand did a video years ago. He said it only could be one on top. That's false. It could be multiple people on top. It could be multiple millionaires. It could be multiple billionaires. Everybody can eat. And I think that in YouTube, and I have to say it to myself because I got into this competition, I'm like, we all can eat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, why can't we all eat?
We get there quicker by working together than being so divided.
Can I ask you, man, one question? Why are black people crabs in the barrel, like pulling them down instead of flying above like butterflies?
That comes from doubt. That comes from not being secure within yourself. That comes from you believe that if I grow, it's going to stop my bag, but in reality, it's not. Because I think if we work together, we all can go together. Like I'm reading in the chat, they said, well, I don't like AT2 because he's boring. But people say the same thing about Wiley. I don't like Wiley because he's boring.
Right.
Like everybody on YouTube, this platform, you're not going to like everybody. You're going to have your fave. So it may be boring to you. Because I watch a lot of big YouTubers. I be like, damn, how the F they getting those feels like that. I don't see them that entertaining, but it's a lot of people that like when I look at Kevin Hart, I'm like, damn, why that man get on? I don't think that he's funny like that. But somebody thinks he's funny and they're buying his tickets.
Right. And it really happens like that. It might not be funny to you, or you might find it boring. However, somebody else is loving it. And if somebody's loving it and he getting in those rooms and somebody sees him that, you know, is somebody big and want to put money into him, that's how he's getting in those spaces. So it can happen for me. It can happen for you. It can happen for anybody. You know, it's just the timing.
It can happen.
What's sad is that the bigger YouTubers are reaching out to the smaller YouTubers to keep y'all down on the ground. And that's really sad. Excuse me, Wiley.
Yeah, and they want us to do their dirty work, talk about other people.
Yeah, they want us to do our dirty, to uplift them, and they cool with you until you start criticizing them, and then that's when they got I can't deal with you because you're criticizing me. Because when I look at a lot of these YouTube, I look at Mr. Beast. He's now negotiating hundreds of $1 million deals.
Right,
he started on YouTube. but I cannot find like videos of him going against other white YouTubers and their beef. Well, I got about subscribers. I don't really, and if it is, he probably deleted it. But
Right.
I'm looking at the deals that he having now, and I would love to see you, Sir 82, myself, and others grow. And I remember, and it's something we all got to work at it in this business, because in the entertainment business, I don't know if you saw Jack A. She did an interview and she said she was very mean and nasty to that guy.
I've seen it
over Blackish, but that guy that was giving her coffee is now one of the leading producers in Hollywood that can hire her for a job, but he haven't hired her because he remember her being nasty. So you have to be careful with the people that you walking on and pooping on. And they'll be the same people that got to go to 82 office to get a job because he owned one of the hottest production company.
Mm-hmm.
You have to hire a person like Sean David, and you ain't gonna let him forget. Like, right. You diss me.
Right.
AT2, y'all set it off. You and Wiley set it off. I got a beautiful idea. We're going to take the small YouTubers. Y'all call every small YouTuber and put them in a box. And y'all collab together. And y'all tell all your people, share each other. Do that, AT. Do that, Wiley. What did I say? I said y'all collaborate, make a segment of all the small YouTubers.
I think that's awesome, because I remember I started a show, Two Men and a Lady, and I worked with. My whole vision with that show was I wanted somebody that's big on YouTube in numbers, and then unknown YouTubers, and we all grow together. It was difficult because time scheduling and people, oh, I can't do the show anymore. They get pressured. I know Storm was under a lot of pressure not to do it anymore because they felt like we were getting clout on his name. But I had a vision that you do a show, we all help each other, and we all grow, and we all eat together. So it was quite difficult and challenging to do it because a lot of the bigger YouTubers, they don't see the vision. They feel like, well, I worked hard for this and nobody gave me a platform. But when a lot of these people, when they started out, we didn't have all these ideas with StreamYard and able to do it. Was difficult to really get clout back in the day before streaming, before you were able to live stream. So now you have the opportunity to have people on the show to do to collaborate, and I think that would be an awesome thing. That's when you do a show, 82. I said, let me come on the show and see what you're talking about. I don't mind coming on anybody's shows because I'm like, I love to talk. I talk for free for years. So I want to your channel and talk.
Right, and that's the thing too. It's like. Go ahead, Barbara. I'm sorry.
No, words are powerful with action behind it. Y'all got to not procrastinate. You understand? When I say get the small YouTubers, strike now, being that Sean was on his Mean Girl stuff tonight. Y'all make sure tonight y'all get the people together. We need to see it the next day. Here's Sean just for you.
Absolutely. And when I remember Sean did something, I said, this is quite dirty, as well as Storm did this. They'll talk, and then we can't be in the chat. Our names are not welcome. I can speak for me because when I went to Sean chat, nothing. I can't comment because you're blocked. And then when you try to send a super chat, you're blocked. I'm like, what? But a lot of YouTubers, they will block you because they do not like when you go in the chat and people say, hey, Wiley, or hey, AT2. They will block you.
Yeah.
They don't want you to get that clout. And Storm did the same thing. And he act like, I didn't do that. I didn't do. Bruh, I know when you block. When you try to send a super chat, it can't send that super chat, bruh, you block.
That super chat give it away too.
When it say error message, you block.
But what's that called, clout? Because I got the clout from his behind the night.
Yeah, like they will block you. So a lot of chats, I won't go in because I'm not welcome to go in. They got you blocked.
Right, and that's how I feel too. I never tried Sean's to go in his YouTube, but on StationEd I have, and then like his people be in there, he'd be like, yeah, if you say something, I'm gonna block you. And it's like, well, I can't comment back and like question you or anything. Yeah. Like I just gotta be quiet. Like what kind of shit is that?
Tonight, let me explain, y'all. Tonight he was
Ms. Barbara, somebody said, why did they say your headphones are connected? It's connected. I will not have headphones with it not being connected. But that will tell you, people watch the show and our mindset. I'm like, oh my God, they watch. Headphones ain't connected. Bruh, it's been connected for forever. It's always connected. And they just watch. And it amazes me when people say different things and they watch a show. Just like when Armand had he was talking about his 2022 reflection. He said, I know people need to see straight. They can't see straight. You see this? That's a dig at the Wiley Show. So people, they see stuff, and when you keep watching, they'll be saying stuff and stuff like that, because we talk about people that are trendy. They do the same thing. They talk about Tasha. If Tasha do something right now, Armand gonna go live and talk about it. Sean gonna go live and talk about it. And hell, even Storm Monroe is gonna go live and talk about these.
Right. Everybody talk about everybody. I hate that whole, oh, I don't talk about YouTubers. You know, I'm above this. No, you do the same thing, whether you do it on Stage and Head or you pay other people to do it for you.
Absolutely.
Like I said, I had to sneak in there. I had to slither in there.
I
had to slither in there because he pinned my comments twice. I'm giving the clout. So I gave Wiley the clout. Y'all got the clout because my name was up there. And somebody said, that's Barbara. That's Barbara. He was like, who is she? You gonna find out, sweetie.
So I think from this learning experience, when I sat here and I was sitting here and I was sitting down seeing all of this, and I was saying all this stuff about AT2, and I was like, to a challenge to Sean David Way is to invite AT2 on your channel and y'all talk about what is your issue, because still to this day, I still don't know what is his issue about you, because he talk about you a lot. So I don't know if you did. I don't know the issue. What do you think?
The thing is that there's no issue, Wiley. And so if we have a conversation, me and Sean have a conversation, he has to admit that there's no issue and that he basically just hopped into other drama and just wanted to attack me. And so if he does that, that makes him look bad because he inserted himself and shit that ain't even got anything to do with him. And so you don't want to have a conversation and expose yourself, because you know it's one thing, you know, to drag somebody, but when you just look like a complete ass and a bully, nobody likes that. That's a turnoff.
And that's what Sean was tonight, a complete ass and a complete bully for a whole hour. Just dragged Storm from China to Australia, from Australia to back to Mississippi. Tore him a new ass tonight. Insulted him, and the crowd kept growing. Held that crowd of 700. I was like, wow, mean girl. I'm a mean girl. I'm a mean girl. That's right.
I think that, you know, when we do YouTube, just like now reading the comments, they said, AT2, you lying. You started with Sean David Way first. And so I'm like, where is the first? When people say stuff like that, what did he say when you say he started first? You know, and they never could comment that. If y'all have the answers, y'all can hit the link and y'all can answer that. Because I always want to know, why is he responding to AT2? What happened?
He doesn't have a reason. There is no reason. And just like you said, when they say that, they never say what the reason is, because there is none.
Because I thought, you know, when these people do that, and I feel like if you're going to address me, invite me on your program, and let's talk as men.
Mm-hmm.
Let's have this dialogue. And we invited Sean David Wade. We sent him a DM. We told him, hey, come on the Wiley Show. We live. And I don't even have to do that, because you know when we live, just like I remember he posted, because he act like he don't watch the Wiley Show.
Mm-hmm.
He was live, and you know when you go on your search engine, it drops who are you watching, the top 5 people you watching. So he was talking about, and you see the Wiley Show in that list. And he saw my name on there. He hurried up and changed the program. But that just to show you that they're watching us the same way we're watching them.
Right.
Why allowed to do this, Wiley? Can I ask if you're allowed to do this? Like, put his face and then put darts on it with all the small YouTubers.
You can probably do that. But Wiley, let me go ahead and give you just this little backstory, and this will probably explain what it is, and then I gotta go.
Okay,
so
go ahead.
I don't know if you remember the girl's name, but her name was like Sunny TV.
I remember Sunny TV, yes.
Okay, so I had her on my show. We were talking about a particular situation that happened, right? He thought that we were talking about him, but we were actually talking about somebody else. And so I didn't even know their backstory and their history until afterwards, because he made a comment about me. And then, you know, and I said I called him Shark Boy. And so that's why he calls me the manatee and stuff. And then fat ass AT2 and all that, right? And so I, let it go or whatever. And then like when I got into something with one of his friends, then he came and hopped on that and then was all like, oh, this is my chance to go after AT2 again. So it's bullshit. When I did the video with Sunny TV, we were not talking about him. He thought we were. I even said that it wasn't about him. I said that plenty of times, but he felt like it was. And so since then, he's been on me like white on rice.
Wow.
That's what happened.
And Sun TV is not even, I don't think she's still doing YouTube.
She's not even on here.
Wow.
Yeah, the dude is crazy, but I gotta go. I love y'all. Thank y'all so much for having me. Thank you, Wiley.
When are you going to collaborate? Because we need action.
We always collaborate. Like,
when we setting this up, we needed to. Y'all got to strike it while it's hot. I need the darts and I need the pins going.
Okay,
I can't say a time now, but Wiley, I'll hit him up in the DM. I'll do it tonight. I promise.
Okay.
Thank you so very much. And really, really great. Thank you so very much, Miss Barbara, Queen Barbara. And you finally representing that name, because at first you had your name as Apartments for Rent in New York. I'm like, that ain't your name.
I'm working for Wiley. I'm applying for that job, Wiley. I'm applying for that job. But Wiley, really get that segment going. That's going to be throwing darts at Sean, because he did a little too much. The little YouTubers and all that. That was just a bit too much.
Yes.
Thank you again, Wiley.
Thank you, Miss Barbara, for that as well. Thank you so very much.
All right.
Bye-bye. All right. So you never know who is going to come on the Wiley Show. I think Miss Barbara is definitely a type of person that very active, came on. She said, hey, I want to be on Two Man and Lady. Not only did she email me, she come on every single show that she possibly can come on. And not only that, she come on camera. So when people criticize her, I don't take your words for it, because she have the strength to not only say you want to do the show, but she said, hey, I'm going to come on the show and show myself. And I also seen other people as well that came on, like Miss Grace, but Miss Barbara religiously saying, hey, I'm going to keep coming on the show. I'm going to keep giving my reason about why I want to be on the show and actually talk about it. So when people say, please no, I can't really listen to that. I listen to the people that actually hit the link and that actually come on the show, and don't just say, hey, Wiley, I want to audition. She don't just talk about it. She actually come on and actually putting in the work. And for that is definitely, I'm taking notice of that, because I said this lady is coming on the show, showing herself on camera, and she rarely did that. Like when she go on other channels, she rarely go on and show her face. I believe, and I could be wrong, producers, but I believe we're one of the first channels where Miss Barbara showed her face, and she showed her face to the audience. I don't think she ever did that on CTV, and if she did, I didn't notice it. I've noticed it over here on the Wiley Show. Shout out to AT2 for coming on the show, hitting the link, and coming on the show and talking about it. And so y'all getting like a preview of what Two Man and Lady is going to be about. People coming together, talking about issues, whoever that man or that lady will be. That is the premise of the show. We talk about subjects, and that is definitely we talk about it on our show, and that is what we do on the show. We talk about these things, and that is the premise of Two Man and Lady. Because we don't live in the same area, I don't know where people's live at. We do it on camera and do it virtually. So I appreciate them for coming actually on the show. I do want to say this: we did reach out to Sean David Wade to bring him on the show. He did decline to come on, say he don't have the time to come on the show. We let him know, say, hey, we're gonna have a show. If you want to come on, you can come on. We also reached out to Brother Storm to have him to come on as well. This has been great, man. It's been a good, awesome show. And I'm going to open up the phone lines. If y'all got something to say about that y'all enjoy the Rkelly interview, because we want to get out of here in about 2 hours, in about 15 minutes. That'll be at the 2-hour mark. Definitely will be there. Give me a second. Let me scroll up and see what y'all say in the chat. She popped up on a panel on camera and told CTV she sent an email, her second email ever, applying for the job. He said he was going to connect with her this weekend. LOL. They said I thought she was going to be missing. Yeah, she's definitely here. Barbara said, I thank God that I'm not in a wheelchair. Stop trying to make people cripple face. Okay, yes. Even if she was, it's a blessing where you still can be alive and talk and move around with that. Miss Barbara sounded like the lady who used to be all about the Chi channel, who sounded like, okay, wow. So people have a lot of stuff to say. That's why she is in the comments, and people are definitely talking about her in the comments, and that's what typically the show is about. Yes. Give me a second. Okay. While people, people never seen her. They saying that she was in, they let him know that he was in a wheelchair. Give me a second. Okay. Thank y'all so very much. A great episode. We didn't get as many callers today. It's late, but we did get people to come on the show and talk about it. Thank y'all so very much. I want to give a special shout out to all the producers, all of the moderators. We will be making a decision very soon to add it into the moderators. And so we got a couple of people that I do want to add to become moderators, because some of the people, I think we need 2 moderators that we need to choose. And we definitely are going to make that choice in the upcoming days. So be on the lookout for that. About 2 moderators that I need to pick, because when I checked my moderator list, I removed some people that moderate for us because they haven't really been in the chat lately. So I remove a couple of people to be moderators. So I need to fill in 2 people to moderate for the channel. So again, give me a second. Let me see. Okay. So some people I'm going to remove. A couple people I'm going to remove from the chat. So I just need to add on 2 moderators. So again, you don't have to ask me. I will definitely pick the people to be a moderator. So again, I'm going to ask you, hey, do you want to be a moderator? And we're going to be a moderator, and then we will allow you all to moderate. So if you're in a channel, you are active, I reach out to you and I ask you and I say, hey, do you want to moderate? And if you decide to take it, and I will allow you to be a moderator. Thank you all so very much. And shout out to y'all for the support. Thank you all so very much for moderating the chat. Love y'all. Shout out to you, Miss Barbara. Like I said, we're looking for a lady to be on 2 Man a Lady. All you have to do is email us at wileyshow@gmail.com. Email us at wileyshow@gmail.com, and then come on the show. And if you don't want to send an email and say, hey, man, I just want to show up, hit the link, and you could definitely come on the show and talk about it. Okay. All right. I know y'all going to ask me, but we pretty much have an idea for that. Give me a second. Hello?
Evening, Mr. Wiley.
Hey.
Hey, my best friend. This is Miss Grace.
Welcome.
What's up? How you been?
Doing good.
I saw you have Miss Barbara all in the panel. I was in the chat. You was ignoring me. Baby, I've been trying to get in contact with you. You said you were having I said auctions. I'm sorry. I've been doing a lot for my business. I deal with auctions. You said you was having auditions, and then I end up popping up, but I didn't know it was an audition. So then I emailed you, some credentials, some of my business stuff, just to let you know that I'm serious. I can't be.
Did you hit the link?
Huh?
Did you hit the link so we can see how you look?
Yeah, Miss Grace, you saw me. I had the white outfit on the last time.
I'm
Miss Grace.
Oh, Miss Grace. Oh, okay. You have to just keep hitting the link so we can get a vibe. for that's what Miss Barbara is doing. She just continuing to hit the
Well,
link.
I can't. I mean, otherwise, I come on your show when I can. But I did send you a formal video.
I did see
send you
that.
A formal email
I did see that.
With some credentials,
I
with
did
my
see-
business info.
I did see that. And
Also, like I was saying, even if we don't do the panel thing, I'm good with that.
okay.
But I was talking about, advertising with you. I didn't get a response. I'm really about that business. I don't need to just come out and do commentary. This is what I'm doing as well, but I'm trying to help the Black community be more independent. So I got other things that I'm doing as well. That's why I can't always be on your live. I saw you live the other night, but I was tired. I was like, I'm going to bed. So I don't know. The way you're doing it, it may not work for everybody, but I do hope that you still consider me. But if we don't go that route,
because with me, like always, you can always come and hit the link and stuff like that, so we can get a vibe of you, so you can know you can talk about the topics and stuff like that. What Miss Barbara is doing, I love that. She hits the link, you get a vibe of it, and you hit the link one time, Miss Grace, get a vibe of it. That's how we get a vibe of it. And so, and I'm gonna work with your schedule to see when it's the time you can come back on the show so people can get a vibe of what you're doing. Get a vibe of it.
Okay, that's perfectly fine. I'm not, choose who you choose. But at the end of the day, us as a Black commentary and people on YouTube, we do got to stick together. So like I said, I have some things to advertise because I pay like I weigh. I don't always come in just to, get on other people's platform. I'm trying to build here. So hit me back.
Okay.
I got information for you, even for the video that you wanted. Because I told you I do legal research. So I'm ready. All I need is just the answer from you.
All right. Thank you, ma'am, for your support. Thank you.
I love you, Wiley. I'll talk to you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh no. Oh wow. So thank you. Thank you for the support. Yeah, so I'm gonna email. I think I emailed her back, if I'm not mistaken, but I know for a fact that I love it when people show up and hit the link. He sounded like he wasn't thrilled to hear he didn't know who of her either after gave her name. So so that's how it goes. It's the vibe check of getting people on the show, and like I said, Miss Barbara have came on constantly on the show to talk about stuff like that. So we thank you, Miss Barbara, and we want to thank AT2 for coming on because I think he would be a good pick. Number one, he know about StreamYard. Number two, he know about content. Number three, he is a content creator. So if it's 82 and Miss Barbara, that would be great. Because he's on the show, and I have other people in mind, but I love the fact that a man hit the link as well as Miss Barbara, and you get a vibe of what two man and lady will be. Thank you all so very much. Speaking McCarthy is speaking. He talking. Hey, Miss Barbara, you back?
I'm like Snoop Dogg. Y'all don't got no love for Miss Barbara.
Yeah,
Y'all got no love for Miss Barbara.
I
want you to take a vote. You know how they put that blue thing, yes or no? Let's take a vote. Come on, y'all. Let's see what's up. Take a vote, Wiley. Who wants Miss Barbara on the show? So, and my throat will be clear.
I think you're great. I just think that the chat will never like one person. They will always have an opinion in the chat.
I want to see the poll though.
You want to see the poll?
Yes, because right or wrong, I just want to see. I want to keep making it better. That's why tonight I didn't.
You want to see? You want to see the poll?
Yeah, I want to see the poll because the other day I had these earphones on. I was yelling. I didn't sound good. See, I be doing my homework. I listen and I see how I could get better each time. When I pull up, I see how I could get better each time. Now I'm going to work on my delivery, when to come in while people are speaking. I want to master it, Wiley. I'm not like Sean. I want everybody's big to me. I just want to be on.
Yes.
Yes. We got to stick together. Us slow people got to stick together. So I'm on a little school bus right now and I'm okay. King Payne is welcoming me back on his channel. I joined.
Yes,
So I'm out my Wiley Show over there. I'm gonna shout out my Wiley Show when I go to Cheryl. But I gotta tell y'all, King Payne got a secret over there. I'm gonna ask him to collab with Wiley too. He got a secret. He's selling something. He got his own strand of marijuana. So I'm very excited about that. Yes, he has his official King Payne has his own strand of marijuana. So I'm ecstatic about that. I was trying to buy it. Yes, I was trying to buy it today, Wiley. I joined his, you know how you join and pay. You have that, Wiley, where you pay every month? You have that, right? I gotta join.
Yeah. So what do you grow out of his backyard?
I don't know. He got gummy bears. He got everything, child. But he can't sell it on the internet. He got a Discord. See, what I used to like about his show, that's why I want all the little people to get together. Because what I like about his show, after his show, he got a Discord. You see a movie, yeah. So I like that too. But my first obligation is the Wiley Show. If people want to know. Yeah, Barbara's right now, the Wiley Show. Even if I don't get hired, I'm still hang on. Yep. Because why we got to get you elected? If I don't get hired to help you.
So you listen in the chat. I put a poll out right now, Miss Barbara. I asked a question. I said, "Do you want Miss Barbara on 2 Men and a Lady?" 52% said yes.
Okay,
48% said no.
But I made it. I got my 2%. Yes, as long as I'm over
right now, over half of the people that are voting are saying yes, they want you on 2 Men and a Lady, and you ask for the poll, and the majority. That's why I say you really can't. You can look at the chat, but the chat is the minority of the overall picture because the overall
Thank you, y'all. Thank you for the help. Because Wiley, it go down like this. Like I said, Wendy and Howard Stern viewers, most of them was haters. The majority was haters for Howard Stern and Wendy Williams. Am I right or wrong?
Yeah, and I understand that. And so anytime I look in the chat, I do know it's about 10 people that are commenting, but over 110 or now 112, 113 votes. And it's at 54% said yes, no at 46%.
Oh, wow. Well, haters, thank you anyway. Keep coming back until you learn, because the Holy Spirit told me to come up over here.
So when people are saying in the chat, "Oh, we don't want her," I don't want you to feel discouraged.
No, I'm not. Because Wiley, I have to get you elected. I'm going to have a job helping Wiley regardless. You are going to get elected to change communities, and that's for real. Because the world is going to see you could be disabled and get elected. You could have a nervous breakdown and get on your medication and get elected.
Yeah, and I want to say it again. Right now, 122 people have voted, cast their vote. 54% say yes, we want Barbara on 2 Men and a Lady. 46% saying no. So you're winning majority of the vote.
Okay, thank you. All right, y'all. And Wiley, I'm only educated by the Holy Spirit. So I emailed you my phone number. Please call me, tell me when you're gonna come on, or text me. I've been texting for years with you. but I'm not getting my notifications on the texts no more. But I've been there. I've been getting your texts for years, but I have to know when you're coming on because I just happened to. I was looking for you all day.
I came on tonight, and I'm so glad that you knew that I was live. Did you get your notification today?
No, I had to come back on, and Wiley's there finally. I'm like, yeah. Well, it came on the bell. It came on the bell, but it didn't wake me up on the phone.
Okay.
So revive my texts on the phone. And if you need to contact me, I'm going to get better with the email and stuff, but I never really did it. You are my third email. Constance was my second. I made in my life. I like the phone. I'm old school.
All right. Thank you so very much, Miss Barbara.
Okay. God bless y'all. Thank you, y'all.
Thank you so very much. Okay. Right now, 132 people have voted, and 55% said yes, 45% said no, 135 people have voted, 56% said yes, 44% said no. So when people in the chat say they don't want her on the show, the majority is spoken, and we're gonna make sure that poll run for about a couple of more minutes so you all can definitely have it on there. And wow, I think that poll definitely spoken. They came out and they said yes, we do want Miss Barbara on there, because I think they got attached to Miss Barbara calling into the show, and of course we will have the final say so. We will have the final say so, but of course, she have already came out. She came out, and the people have voted, and over 50% said yes, they want Miss Barbara to be on Two Man and a Lady. That is what it is right then and there. And I see the poll. Let's go back to the poll. Right now, 145 people have voted. And 154% said yes. And the rest said no. We definitely are putting that poll out. I also will put the poll out on my community wall. I will put the poll out on my community wall because we got it. We assessed in the chat, and I will definitely put the poll out on my community wall as well. So give me a second. Okay. Let me see. Okay. All right. So we definitely have her on the channel. 53% said yes. 47% said no. You know what I'm saying? 82 might be good. Two Man and a Lady. I like y'all vibes. Okay. Yeah, so people are voting. I said vote. You know, because she have came in constantly. I think Miss Barbara having open in her schedule that she's able to do the show. And Miss Barbara's able to do the show, and she came on constantly. And every time we open the show up, she's definitely there. Okay. So I see people are voting and stuff like that. And if you still want to be on the show, send in, hit the link whenever you can. Send a video to the email and hit the link. Right now on the community wall, I said, do you want Miss Barbara on Two Men and a Lady? Out of 2 votes, the answer is yes. 100% said yes. Out of 2 votes, 100% said yes. Okay. 2 people voted on the community wall. Let me see what y'all saying in the chat. 53%, 54% say yes, they want her. Okay. So the majority have spoken. Okay, let's see what the community wall have to say. Because the community wall, that's going to be up longer. Okay, the community wall is 48% say yes, 52% said no. So it's still like it's pretty much like a split. Still like a split. Feel like a split. So yeah, so thank y'all so very much. My headphones is connected. They are connected. Testing 1, 2. It's connected. It's connected to my mixer. And stuff like that. It is connected. Okay. I want to make sure we put it out there. Okay. This is the most hilarious chat on YouTube, but y'all be running out sometimes. Zaydan, he have not agreed to be on the show, to be on camera. So y'all are naming names of people that have not reached out to me to audition. Okay. Right now, out of 40 votes on the community wall, 53% said yes, 48% said no. Wow. So Miss Barbara is not only she's winning in the chat, she's also winning on the community wall. The community wall got 180 votes, and 54% say yes, 47% said no. Okay. Yes. Wow. 55% on the community wall said yes. 45% said no. 53% said yes. 47% said no. So she's winning on both platforms. Okay. So somebody tried to turn that show into the 50s and up. This is how I asked the voice of the, at least you guys will be debating. Okay. I like Miss Barbara, but she can't be talking over the host. Y'all don't want Wiley to be great. Ah! Ah! Miss Barbara is as she just. Oh, wow. Okay. So, out of all of the okay, out of 58%, I mean, I'm sorry, out of 58 votes, yes, 59%, no, 41%. On the community wall, out of 189 votes, out of 189 votes, 52% said yes. You have 47% saying no. We're trying to get that out of 200 votes because that's like a strong number out of 200 votes. Which let's see, let's get it to 200 votes. So make sure y'all vote. Okay, we had 192 votes on the community. I mean, in the chat. Okay, we got 193 votes. Let's get it to 200 votes. Y'all vote, 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 vote. Okay. 48% said no. 52% said yes. Let me see what the community wall. The community wall out of 64 votes. Yes, 61%. And no, 39%. Excuse me. Okay. Wow, 194 votes. 58. We're at 53% said yes. 47% said no. So the people are voting. People are voting. People are voting. So I know people are commenting in the chat and right then and there, 59% said yes, they want Miss Barber in there. Thank you all so very much. We had 200 votes on there, and 54% said yes, and 47% said no. The yays have it. We're going to keep the poll up until Monday. Monday, hopefully, we could be able to make a decision on who we want on Two Man and a Lady. Let's go on here and let's give our announcements. If you want to be on the text list, text Wiley to 888-534-4939. You go to our P.O. Box 701122, Dallas, Texas 75370. Our Cash App, $ Marquise Wiley 28, $ Marquise Wiley 28, $ Marquise Wiley 28. Twitter at Wiley Show. Twitter at Wiley Show. WILEYSHOW. If you want to reach me privately in a text message, you can text me privately. If you have any tea or celebrity or any gossip, court documents or others, 972-674-9462. 972-674-9462. 972-674-9462. 9462. Thank you all so very much. The yays have it. We will have our decision soon. I do want to have a decision by Monday. Thank you all so very much. And again, we still have auditions, so you still have time. So that date can change from Monday until another day. But if you still want to audition, email me at wileyshow@gmail.com, wileyshow@gmail.com, wileyshow@gmail.com. And I'm going to tell you to hit the link. So thank you all so very much. Thank you to Ms. Barbara. Thank you to AG22V. Thank you so very much. And I will see y'all in the future. Thank you. If you want to keep this conversation going, leave us a comment. See how we did. Love y'all. 2-hour show. Check the replay. We'll be back one Saturday. Peace.